Get your mother hand out of my face. You heard me, mother. Get your hands out of my face.
I don't know how Scott Jennings do it. I'd be in jail before 9 a.m. I heard he the only reason why people watch CNN.
He snaps on me. He snaps on me, literally. There's a moment where he like tries to be like, Mom, this is a child. This is a child who is trying to do political punditry, which is kind of ironic because I think he views me as a child.
Name one political concession. Name one political concession.
Whoa.
If you can't take the heat, then get the hell out of the kitchen. I'm sorry, but I just got off of CNN about an hour ago, and I am so sick of people who constantly dish it out, but cannot take it.
You're afraid. It's okay to be afraid.
It's appalling, and it's a fireable offense.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Jennings has had enough. He got buck with this sniveling liberal. I didn't even know he had it in him to keep it a buck with you. He was like, yo, what's up? Get your hands the F up out of my face. Like, yo, Scott Jennings is that dude, okay? They were discussing the Iranian war, and this sniveling loser was getting on Scott's nerves, so he had to go ahead and put him in his place. But guys, you also have a bunch of losers out here calling for Scott to be fired for this. Before we get into that, let's go ahead and react to the clip. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
Listen, we all know.
I mean, honestly, they have been at war with us for 47 years.
We all know that Scott Jennings is more than happy to defend a war with a country that starts with the letters IRA that we are currently failing, that is going to put us trillions and trillions of dollars more in debt. I was only a few years old while you were in the administration defending prior endless wars. Now this war is failing.
8 weeks is endless to you?
Okay, you said it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks.
You have the attention span of a gnat?
Homie, I debated you on TV 4 to 6 weeks ago, and you said we were weeks away from it. Now you're making condescending remarks because you can't defend the fact that this war is not going your way. Wait, one more time. Name one political concession. Name one political concession.
Honestly, I'm not going to have this guy's hand in my face.
Everybody, hang tight,
Honestly.
okay? No, everybody calm down, okay?
Yeah.
We're having a debate. You can respond.
Yo, you saw how quiet that dude got, though? You saw how quiet the whole table. Look, Abby was like, wait a minute. I'm going to let her finish what she's saying. Hold on.
On to the points that he's making.
Can you name a political concession that we've got?
I had a flashback to the war the skinheads had in my studio.
I would be mad at
the rest of what they're talking about is not important. The most important thing is that he knew what was up, guys. He knew, like, wait a minute. I don't want to get hurt. Let me shut up. Scott Jennings had to let him know what was really good, okay? The people on the right, we don't play. We will throw them hands. These other losers, they're going to get some guns and start shooting at innocent people who don't see it coming. But Scott's like, yo, put your hands in my face. You like to get dealt with. But guys, we're not here to gloat about how much of a little P-word this guy is. We're here to talk about how these weirdos love to defend Jimmy Kimmel. Some people I've seen literally get on X and defend him every single day. However, when it comes to Scott Jennings here, not only was crazy woke Jim Acosta, if you guys remember this Trump deranged lunatic, not only is he defending Kimmel, but he's also calling for Scott to be fired.
It's appalling, and it's a fireable offense. I think he should be fired. I've been saying for some time he should be fired. And it's not even pro wrestling. It's low rent Jerry Springer stuff, and he really should be tossed out today. I mean, they should just hand him his boxes today and tell him to get the hell out. But the reason why I bring this up, Steve, is that this is the way things work in MAGA state TV.
Yeah,
this is the MAGA state TV world that is emerging in America, where people like Scott Jennings has been getting away with this crap for way too long.
Now he, by his own admission, is saying that he was trying to call for Scott to be fired before. So it's not as though this is just the straw that broke the camel's back. No, he just wanted Scott to be fired because he doesn't like that he supports conservatives. It has nothing to do with anything that Scott has said. He admitted himself, well, I wanted him to be fired before. Why, Jim? If he never did anything like this before, then what was fireable? Oh, the fact that he espouses right-wing talking points, conservative-leaning talking points instead of a bunch of liberal lunacy. I never heard this weirdo Acosta ever once call for any left-wing person to be fired ever. But he's called for Jesse Waters from Fox News to be fired and Scott Jennings probably other people as well that I have not seen. But as if the Jennings and Kimmel hypocrisy is not enough, here's this loser saying that he's actually okay. He's fine with state-run television as long as it's the Democrats supporting PBS and NPR.
Look at the way Trump has gone after PBS and NPR. In no way in the United States of America should public broadcasting be subject to the whims of somebody who just wants to be a dictator in this country. Public broadcasting should be separate and secure from those kinds of rantings and ravings. And one of the things that I think we should see in this country is sort of a departure from corporations running these big news organizations, and I think a real investment made in public broadcasting. I'd love to see PBS and NPR sort of be too big to fail in this country and sort of be like the BBC or be like what we see with Canadian broadcasting. There's so many frontline, there's so many quality programs on PBS. I tell people all the time, if I could wave a magic wand, I would send billions of dollars to public broadcasting.
He's literally advocating for like the BBC, which is literal state-run television. It's just that he wants it to be run by the leftists. See, if Trump managed to get all conservatives into NPR and into PBS, and all they had was conservative news, then Acosta wouldn't like it anymore. So he's trying to pretend as though this is about the principle. But it's not what it's about, guys. It's about him just not liking the right. He doesn't like conservatives. He doesn't like conservative values. This guy is a weirdo. He is obsessed with Trump. He is obsessed with the right and trying to denigrate anything as it relates to conservative values. This is obviously a godless individual, regardless of the types of claim he and others would make. And that's why you can't respect him. As for Scott, he had to do what he had to do. I bet you that fool ain't gonna be raising his hands up in Scott's face no more. I'm just saying, but let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Shout out to my members, patrons, and fellow anomalies, Cyber Noodle, 655, The Great, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, and Pinecone 6. I appreciate you guys every single day.
Now, if this were a Republican candidate who had a Nazi tattoo, covered it up when he was running for something, and had said all the things that he had said about black people, about women, about rape, etc., do you really think there's a world in which Democrats would be like, let's just let bygones be bygones? That's the past. Today's the present.
I think we're entering a new era, and we'll see what the base wants. We'll see who wins when the actual election happens. But for the past decade, Democrats have been unified by our opposition to Donald Trump. And now Graham Plattner has a forward-looking message. So if Donald Trump or if another Republican had a Nazi tattoo, I don't know, Donald Trump has dinner with Nazis. It's not that far from, it's happening. But there's also plausible deniability regarding Graham Plattner's tattoo. We don't know if he knew. We don't know what he knew.
But it's not just the tattoo. It's not just the tattoo.
Listen,
that sounds so pragmatic.
If Republicans want to clutch
so
their...
ruthlessly, you want to win, so you're willing to overlook his Nazi tattoo.
If Republicans